Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are currently preparing for a war for at least some of this territory. I'm not sure how much of that we'll be able to actually take, but we should probably move some of these guys over in preparation. So I'm thinking we're going to move the bulk of our forces down this direction. Now, we're not going to want them to all be in that location, obviously, but these guys, they're going to move up to the north. I'm thinking about attrition levels up over here. So I don't think we're going to move them quite yet, but they're going to be very close. Now, how long on our claim here? Okay, that is going to be done in a little over a year. So we've got some time there. That sounds good. Right, there's those revolting slaves that vanished. I don't know what's up with that. That seems fine. We do have this alleged civil war. I believe that's a fake civil war, though. And so let's take a quick peek at what we've got going on for cities here. Nothing at all. Okay, that's fine, but I do want to reset this, which apparently building a building does that. So let's see what we've got going on in Lamira, which is like out over here. This is just Myra. Where is this? Right here. Okay, beautiful. So what would we want here? We would want an academy. And yeah, that did indeed reset that. So that is absolutely wonderful. We're going to start heading on over, and that looks good. Wife required. I'm sure he can handle that on his own. Okay, so this is all absolutely fine for right now. These guys are not drilling, and I do want them to be drilling. I want to check in. A month tick has happened now, so I want to check in on the military size that we've got here. I just started up the game, so I wanted to let the month tick to properly ensure that these were the size that they're supposed to be, the real size, quote unquote, and that seems to be fine. So we can definitely look at, okay, none of these can really be upgraded at this time. This is already as good as we want it to be, so that looks fine for the moment. Okay, no problem there. We're just going to march on over. More followers of the Risen Lord being jerks. I mean, that's normal. We will venture further still. Excellent. So I definitely want to go after this territory. I'm thinking 3 armies invading this, and the others holding here, here, and here is the idea. Oh, we got an innovation. Cool. That's absolutely wonderful. So we can go into our oratory advances here and take Adventus. And that will drop down our monthly tyranny by 0.01, which is a pretty significant amount, but what we really need, of course, here is noble envoys and career negotiators. Both of those are going to be pretty necessary. Okay, so as far as all of this goes, I'm definitely thinking we would want to launch some invasions here to here, taking all of this. Now, to be clear, I don't necessarily think that we can even take all of this in a peace deal. That's something we need to figure out. But I'm just thinking about hold points right now. This is a very, very good choke point here, for sure. This is an okay choke point. It's not phenomenal, but it's okay. Actually, this is impassable here. So that means that choke points like this turn out to be pretty decent. And then there's choke points up over here as well, which we will be able to get to. Macedonian Aragaeon. What? What is this? They're independent. Oh, okay. I don't know what they have to do with Macedon, but sure. Probably like some sort of colony or something. Right is always right. This is accurate. Actually, it's not, but, you know, right is right 50% of the time. Okay, so these guys are on their way on over. So we've got 8 total armies here, and we need to figure out army allocation. So I'm thinking that one of these armies should make their way all the way out over this direction. I'd like them to come out over to here. I want another army, not this one, I don't think, this one. I want these guys to head out over to here for right now. Then I want these guys here heading over to about here, or maybe even up over this direction. Now they're going to be taking some attrition, that's understood. And then these guys, I'd like them to head over to about here. So that means that we have nearly all of this taken care of. This army is going to head up this direction. And then these two, they're going to head down here for the time being. Now, we're going to have to move quickly here. And that's understood. These guys are going to have a lot of forces down here that are going to be coming at us as soon as this happens. So that's understood. We're getting into position here, and we're going to have our claim done actually in about a year at this point. So that's understood. We're going to take some attrition, but I'm not too concerned about a little bit of attrition in theory. Okay, we're going to have these guys be drilling for the time being here, although that's not an ideal location for them to drill necessarily. And we can drill here as well. So we're still moving these forces in, and that all looks okay for now. Now, we could definitely have one of these come in over this way. Did we not tell somebody to go up over here? I feel like we did, but okay. But yeah, we're going to need to move quite quickly on this war. There's no doubt about that. That is going to be very necessary. Because if they get all of their levies raised and come at us, we would have to raise our own levies in order to contest that, and I'd rather not do that. So I want to just kind of in and out very quickly here is the idea. Okay, we don't actually have any buildings that we can build other than, you know, locations with only one building slot. So that's fine. Let's just make our way through this, and let's get this war completed. We want to move fast, fast, fast. I don't even know if they have any forts up over here. They may not. So we just want to swoop in, take a bunch of territory up here, and get out before they have a chance to get their ridiculous numbers of forces up this way. And, I mean, they don't have very good road structures, so, in fact, they have almost no road structures. They've got, like, this down here, but very, very little road. So that will work in our favor, for sure. They've got some roading out over here, but that will definitely work in our favor. Okay, you're going here. I'd like it if you would come up over here for now. Yeah, that seems correct. Cool. So that all looks good, and we'll get all of these guys in position here. Well, these guys can get to drilling. We just had a civic advance. That's wonderful. That, of course, means that we can grab noble envoys and boost our diplomatic reputation by 2. So that will boost how quickly we're getting Gera integrated. That will be done now in 1 April of 951. Okay. Now, I'd like to be integrating Siracine as well. We're actually very, very close here. I'm going to send them another gift. Okay, so let's send them another gift here. And apparently we've got something going on here. So what is this? They're at 189? Oof. Okay, so what do we got going on here? Who's angry? That would be this guy. Done. Okay, no problem there. Phrygia's lacking a governor. Let's put in this jerk for the moment. I'm sure he'll be fine. Okay, so our forces are getting very, very close to being in position now. Everything is looking good on that front. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That is correct. No issue there. And Missia Inferioris, okay. Minus 0.23. Plus 0.42. So that looks fine. We've got this up over here. Plus 0.27. At the very least, that'll delay it. Okay. And we'll do harsh treatment here as well to delay that. That'll be fine. So that is absolutely looking fine. At this point, the only thing that we're currently waiting on this war, other than our armies getting a bit more into position, which these guys can be drilling and these guys can be drilling. The only thing we're really waiting for at this time is for our claim to be finished, which is going to be done in just a couple of months. So we're on our way up. That's looking good. We're, of course, able to get around our region pretty quickly. I kind of want these guys, like, down here for right now. So that'll be okay. In fact, I'm going to have them build a road. Like this. Down here. And then connecting in up over here. Like that. We're waiting for a little bit anyway. This is not going to be done in time, I don't think. But yeah, something along the lines of that. Get going on that. It'll be fine. Okay. So they're going to get going on that, and that should be finishing up in the eventual times. But we can always cancel. So we have our claim at this point. I'd like to come up over here and declare on them. So at this point, this is absolutely going to be a thing. We're looking to take this area. Okay. So this is going to be a pretty big war. No doubt about that. I want these guys to immediately make their way in over here. And I want these guys to make their way in here. There's a fort there. Noted. I want you guys in here. I want you guys in here. We're going to want to get this wrapped up very quickly out over this way. So these guys are building a road. For the time being, that's fine. I want to attack here. Don't be drilling. And I want to attack out over this direction. Yep, that is what I want to take. And you guys, I want you to beeline all the way over to there. I want to control this choke point. So that's the idea right now. Now, they are absolutely going to send a lot of forces at us. Our goal is to get this taken before they're able to properly respond, which is why we're invading on so many vectors. Okay, so I see a 17k stack here. I'd like to fight that. That's noted for now. This is capped. I want to move out over this way. Beautiful. So we're still moving in here. This is capped. Let's head on down. This is a legion here. 27 archers? Okay. I don't know why they wanted to set up their legion like that, but whatever. I guess it's fine. So we'll get them kicked out of here, and then I want to... Yeah, indomitable indeed. I want to head up over here and get this fort sieged. So that'll be the mission as of right now. And all of this is looking good. Let's head over... Just thinking about how we're going to want to do this. I want these guys to come siege here, and I want these guys to come take these locations, I think. So that'll be okay. We'll make our way through this relatively quickly. Now, these guys. I want them to force march to here and go relieve this siege. I want to get this force out of here. So that'll look good. And yeah, they're definitely going to do some invading out over here. That's fine. Okay, so now I'd like to fight this force here. We'll easily win that. That's a levy force as well. So that looks good. Very, very simple victory there. And we are indeed taking this. Looks good. Steadfast victory indeed. Okay, so this is getting capped. That looks ideal. And looks like they're coming after this. So now I want to head up over this way. Beautiful. So we're working on these forts. We won a battle up here, which was obviously expected. We can come here, and that means that this force doesn't have to come north. So they can instead come out over this direction and siege this fort. That would be a very good thing to do. So we're at 10 war score as of right now. That's looking good. These guys are kicked out of here. Let's go take this area. I'm a little concerned about what we're seeing up here, but for the moment, this looks like everything is going according to plan for now. Until they show up. They'll show up eventually. So this force is going to be freed up shortly, and we're likely going to send them down this way somewhere. 47k there, huh? What is this composition? 24 of what? 63 of what? 8 of what? We don't know what that's 24 of. 63 archers and 8 supply trains. of curiosity, if we were to catch that with this force, would we be able to win? We have a better composition for sure. We just won the siege here, and I want these guys to start heading down this way. We're going to need to plug this gap, right? That is going to be a very, very large necessity. Okay, these guys are sieging out over here. That's absolutely understood. I want to come down and deal with those. So that's all looking fine for now. Okay, we were victorious over here. Nice. So we're plugging this gap for the moment. These guys did get past us, but I think we'll be okay. They're a really, really strange composition. Yeah, you can see here. So their side is 24 of something. Apparently they have a stronger army and higher morale, but their commander only has 1 command score as well. And they're a really unbalanced army. I'm not sure, I don't know how this is going to go, to be honest. I want to see what their force type actually is here. So let's see what we've got. We got an autosave there. That's convenient in case this like crashes or something because their force type is weird. Okay, so these are actually axemen. Noted. Yeah, their archers can't do this. The question is, do we have the numbers? Right? That's the question here. So we'll keep an eye on that situation. This siege is ongoing. I want these guys to come down over here. Siege ongoing, and siege ongoing. Looks good. This might fall here. It did. Perfect. So now we're going to come down and help out with this siege. How's this battle looking? Numbers are grim, but we definitely have the better force. This is noted. I'm going to retreat from this. It's mostly a numbers issue. We actually killed them almost at a 2-to-1 ratio. So I'm pretty content with that, actually. That went well. We just need to have more forces down over here, right? So we're at 22 right now as far as our war score goes. And these guys, they're coming down here. I want to get them kicked out of this area. So that's looking good. I'm going to have these guys exit road build right now, and I want to go relieve this battle. Really? Huh. Our commander sucks. So, I mean, there's that. This is Upper Nubia. Okay, so we could potentially do something about that. So Upper Nubia is this one. We can add this guy as a commander and then swap out commanders like that. So now our commander has 10. We have a stronger army. Their army has higher morale than ours. Mostly because, hang on, let's put this on unit reorg for this month tick. We're about to hit the month tick. There we go. Now, their army still has higher morale, but we're now at maximum morale. And if we check this now, the terrain is to their benefit, but they're sieging. So we will be the defenders in this location. We should win this. So that's fine. We're retreating here, and I want these guys to group together for the moment. Yeah, that's looking okay. So we have forces on the way down there. These sieges are nearly complete. So we're going to need to come in over here and see about fighting this, ideally. Looks absolutely fine. And I'm really hoping... Okay, we just won this siege. That is good for us. I want these guys to come up here and work on plugging up this hole that's up here. Now, they're going to have a lot of armies coming at us. Our goal is to get out of this war, basically, ideally, as soon as this siege finishes. We'll see what that actually ends up looking like. Because this is the concern. They're going to have ludicrous numbers of forces coming at us. So we just want to get in and get out, right? We're at 24 war score right now, which is enough for demands. Let's see what happens here. And I'm very concerned potentially about these guys down here. So these are going to need to get turned around as soon as they get retreated in. So I actually want these to back off and be grouped together for the moment. Okay, so this siege, does this end? We just won a battle here. That's perfect. We knew that that would probably be happening. Okay, so the siege down here. Yes, we won this siege. That's a big deal. So we're going to have these guys come on over this direction to work on plugging up some of this hole. But what we really need is this to all auto-cap. Once that's done, and yes, they do occupy this out over here, but once this is done, we'll be in a pretty okay position for a peace demand. So, at this point, they are still high war enthusiasm. So we need to see what they're willing to give us. They're not even willing to give us this as of right now. Okay, can we even take all of this territory as a hypothetical? Hypothetically, yes. We have 57 reasons not to do this. Or rather, they have 57 reasons not to do this. Okay, so we're going to need a bunch of additional war score. So right now, I want these guys to be on unit reorg. And I want these guys to move slightly forward so that we're not stacked completely together like this. So that is absolutely fine. And out over this way... Can we catch this force? No. I don't think there's any reason to go in here right now. But yeah, we can see large numbers of enemy forces on their way in. And this was absolutely 100% expected. We knew that they were going to levy huge numbers against us. Okay, so for right now, we're heading up over here, and I'd like to take this fort. So that'll be good, and I'm keeping an eye on these guys out over here while these unit reorg. I want to come up over this direction for the moment and think about cutting off some of their army flow here. Not all of it, only some. Let's actually not move forward right now. Let's think about this a little bit more. Yeah, I'm concerned about that for the moment. So these guys, they are going to need to move southward for sure. We're going to have them come down over here right now. These are noted. They're also not very frightening. So for right now, that seems fine. We're at 30 war score at this time, and we can see 57 reasons to not accept this. So this war is going to stretch on for a little while longer. That is absolutely understood. We can definitely maintain for a while here. No doubt about that. I'm thinking about these guys right now. They're locked into this. So I'm definitely thinking about that. We want a battle up over here. That's great. We could think about launching an invasion up here, but for the moment, I'm not sure how much we actually want to do that. I'm thinking we might want to pull these guys back a little bit and just look to hold what we have. Because if we take a look at this, we can see that this would be 63 peace offer value. We could definitely get more than this, but we're probably not going to. Because we're probably going to want out of this war fairly quickly. So these guys are heading northward. That's understood. We are going to crush this force, but they have reinforcements on the way in, and a lot of them. Okay, so these guys are locked in at this time. And these are probably also going to be locked in pretty soon. So we can take a martial perk here, and sure, maximum war exhaustion increase, why not? That seems fine. So we're definitely moving southward here, and I want these guys to also move southward. I actually want this force to force march down to here. Okay, so these guys are retreating, and we might be able to force march out of here. The question is, do we want to? I don't like this 54 stack back here. But they're mostly archers. They have almost all archers. We need to keep that in mind. So we've got these guys here. I'm going to put them on unit reorg. This battle, actually, there's no point. This battle will happen after, or rather before the month tick. So that's fine. We're going to come on down this direction. And there's a battle occurring over here. That looks good. So up over this direction, these are heading south. Okay. So that seems fine for now. This battle is occurring, which was expected. We are winning that for now, but they brought in reinforcements. Okay, we won this battle here. That was also expected. So I want these guys to come down to here, and these guys are going to head down this direction as well. Looking up over this way, we've got a fair number of forces out over here. I'm going to come up here and try to split them up. Force them to fight us on different fronts here. So we're victorious here, and that means that we can launch an attack here. This is, of course, very huge for us. We're at 41 right now. They just dropped to medium war enthusiasm. So, as of right now, this whole territory over here would be 55 AE. They have 34 reasons to not give that, and of that, 35 are months at war. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. We're demolishing them right now. So this is looking really, really, really good. The question is, can we maintain this? Because they are going to have tremendously huge numbers. We can see in this situation, we're very likely to lose this. Our commander here, he's only got 3 military skill. We could think about swapping him. So this is Arabia Felix. So we can think about bringing in this guy. And he'd be in this defensive terrain of hills. So that sounds fine. I'm also going to consider force marching these guys down to try to get there in time to reinforce this. I don't know if we're going to get there in time. They might be able to break this open. They have large numbers everywhere, right? So that's definitely a concern. We might be able to take a slightly less ambitious peace deal than this fairly soon. We'll see. But that'll be something to figure out for next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGar, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.